Namaste. This is Michelle Skaletski-Boyd. It's important you understand that even though I am certified with the International Medical and Dental Hypnotherapy Association, I am not a doctor, nor should any part of the experiences be construed as medical diagnosis or advice. Most importantly, follow your inner truth and enjoy the experience, come what may.
My name is Jim. Currently, I'm in Boulder, Colorado. I have followed channeling for more than 40 years. So I was very interested in seeing what you're able to bring through.
Awesome. When you kind of sent me a little bit about you, you had mentioned that you're a healer and you also do like tarot cards and things like that. So do you do that for a living, or is that just kind of something that you do on the side?
Caregiving is what I'm doing now. I used to be a computer expert for 50 years. I've seen it all. I was department chair of computer science at one college. But then my friends needed help, so I started taking care of them.
You have somebody right now that's in your care that you're kind of concerned about. Two things came up. One is kind of some insight about caregiving, and the other was to bring through some light language. And that light language is going to come through your dragon. And so I'm going to kind of channel whatever that is for you, which is going to help as well. Okay.
Good.
So I love the fact that you already know about all this stuff and it doesn't even faze you. You're like, oh, no big deal. People might be watching and they'll be like, what? So that's awesome. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what's happening with caregiving.
I had to go take care of my cousin for 6 months. He fractured his neck, and I saw a message from someone who needed the same kind of help. So, yes, I think I can do that. And I mentioned my computer experience, and she said, oh, good, you're the one then, because I also need computer help.
Oh,
but,
wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is very, all aligned, all synchronistic in the fact that you had just gotten done with your nephew. You see this lady who needs some assistance. And she also is doing, I'm assuming, virtual work online with clients. And that's how you're helping her with computer stuff. And so tell me, like, what is it you're feeling is missing that you had asked for some guidance on the idea of helping her heal?
She just has so many problems, and I'm doing all the research I can to figure out what's going on with her. I'm with her about 20 hours a week, and we have great conversations because we were both professors, so we have a lot in common. And I think I am helping her with my healing ability as well as my knowledge of what's going on around her. But she has a very unusual condition, and she's not able to raise her head much or turn her neck at all. And so she's not able to drive anymore.
Yeah. So from a textbook situation in terms of, trying to figure out, is this something psychological? Is it something emotional? Is it something, from her childhood? Is it something that I can help her with in the tarot cards or astrologically or anything like that I can help loosen this? That is, you're going to beat your head up against the wall. Okay.
Right.
But what I was seeing is that this has something to do with a third party. And I don't know what this means. So this is something that you're going to have to interpret yourself. But she was in a relationship with someone who was kind of the person who took care of kind of what you're doing. Like this person is the one who drove her around. This person is the one, and you haven't gotten this person's permission. And so they're sort of working against you energetically. Does that make sense?
Her husband was doing that, but it was hard for him to do his work and still take care of her. So they live together. He will do some things for her when it's more serious than he wants me to take care of. But for the most part, I'm doing everything that he was doing now.
So there's something there energetically where he is working against you. Like, it's kind of, I don't know how else to say it other than it's like no matter what you do, it's not going to be the way he would do it. The best adjective I can give is anal. Like, he's really anal retentive in terms of how he wants things done. And so, for example, let's say that you go into the bathroom and he wants the bar of soap on this side of the sink, and you've had to move it over on this side of the sink. That's really going to upset him. And so he's going to come in and he's going to be like, energetically, that darn Jim, blah, right? Leaving like these trails of disapproval. And because of that, it's kind of getting in the way of lots of things. Like, I can feel he's kind of had what I always called, my mom and dad, we used to always, come up behind each other sometimes, and we'd give each other what was called the gooch, just to kind of be silly. Right? But he's kind of got that going on with his wife, where he's kind of got her like right there energetically. And so it's not really anything that you can heal. It's like a soul contract between the two of them. But you can clear the energy between the two of you, because some of it is jealousy. Some of it is he feels incompetent because he feels like he should be doing it all and he can't. And so whenever he sees you, it's a reminder of where he's not able to pick up things. And some of it is just control. He wants control over the situation, and because he can't get you to do things the way that he would normally do them, he's interfering with the overall healing energy. Does any of this make sense to you?
Yes, he's very intense, and he wishes that he could do everything for his wife, but he realizes that he does need me. So yes, I can see what you're saying.
I wasn't picking up, Jim, on like the fact that this is like a past life where maybe you and his wife had been lovers or anything like that. It's nothing like that, where he's jealous in that way. He's jealous of the fact that you're able to do things that he feels like he should be doing as the head of the household.
Yes.
And because of that, it's like it's a catch-22 energy for him, in the fact that he knows he needs you, and he knows that his wife is really appreciating you, but he also feels less than, as a man. It's kind of like, affecting that. So what's happening is you as a healer are being kind of thumbed down by his controlling, and you're not even aware of it because you're so sensitive to energy. You're in his house. He's already kind of created this weird vortex of energy that's keeping you in a place where even if you try to do something, you might mess it up, and you're not even intentionally doing it, but it's just kind of like he's creating it himself. He's created this vortex of chaos with his self-destructive thoughts, in terms of he feels like he's not stepping up to the plate. And so now it's affecting you and your work. So there's nothing that you can do to fix him. He is who he is. And there's nothing that you can do to kind of change the relationship between your client and her spouse. But what you can do is you can change the relationship between him and you energetically. Because he's leaving a lot of breadcrumbs energetically. And when you come into the house, it's like a scent of cologne. It's like everywhere. And you keep bumping into it everywhere you go. And it's affecting how you're showing up for your client. Does that make sense?
Yes, I can understand that.
Okay. So it's sort of like there is a soul contract between the two of you, you and the husband, in the fact that if he wasn't showing up in this way, which was causing you to question whether or not there's more you could offer the wife, you wouldn't be invited to have the experience that I'm going to invite you into now. So in many ways, we want to thank him. Because if you weren't asking the question, hey, how can I help my client? You might not be here right now in this moment.
Right.
So, so first and foremost, just do what you've learned. You have all the tools. I don't need to tell you what they are in terms of when you walk in, clear his energy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clear his energy because
Okay.
it's everywhere and it's affecting you. So just clear it, clear his opinions, clear his judgment, clear his anal retentiveness, whatever that is. It's not yours to own. So just clear it and you'll be able to show up for your client a lot more.
Okay.
This is more about you right now, and you are ready for an upgrade into 5D. So you're so ready for it. You're like at the door, and you're just waiting for somebody to give you the codes to let you in. And
Yes.
so, your particular dragon, have you worked with it before?
No, I am not.
Okay, so it's really important that you recognize that you have a spirit animal that's right with you, okay? And it's a dragon energy, and dragon energies, I was really turned off. I mean, personally, kind of like you, I took the whole academic route, the corporate route. But I got very interested in learning different things. But when it came to dragons, I was really kind of turned off by them because I didn't know a lot about them. And what's funny is that people that are really into dragons, they always laugh because fairies feel playful, they feel fun, they feel safe. Dragons feel a little scary. But those who have actually connected with their dragon, it's because they move through their fears, they move through their shadows, they've moved through the dark spot, they've confronted and they've faced and they've transmuted all of those energies, and now it's just like you've taken your power back. So you're at the point where you're ready to do that. You're ready to take your power back as a healer, as an intuitive, as someone who is an empath and can assist others. And so this dragon is coming forth and just saying, hey, hello, you remember me? Okay. And here's the thing is it doesn't necessarily have to be these colors, but I'd like for you just to notice what the lilac and the fire represent and how they pertain to you. So this is a reminder that when you get bathed in this particular color, that it represents divine feminine. You are in a situation right now where you're caregiving someone, and you and her are both having some really nice conversations. And from an outsider's perspective, some jealousy there that's occurring. And I want you to recognize that by you having a relationship with your dragon and by empowering yourself in this way, you're going to be able to move into 5D consciousness so that that threat that he's feeling disappears. He's going to feel that's not there. He's just going to feel the love and the joy coming from you and nothing more. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So as far as what would be helpful for you to do in order for you to connect with your dragon is just set an intention, maybe, just now, hey, I'm open so long as it's, God, source, love, light, all that good stuff, right?
Right.
And then I'm just going to allow your dragon to channel through me and just notice how you feel. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Ya horia khakshania mulya bulya kakhoya mulya makcha liampadia ya gucha dokjomdia la khashak kcha kuklakia kula durakshia la kuka, uka kula kua, uka. Chakshon, la kawachabulagia, tuka, la. Okay, the door just opened. Just feel yourself walking through it. Good. Now there's a little bit of interference just simply because you're not quite sure like what to do or where to walk. Just imagine you're on a bridge as you're crossing over from 4th-D into 5th-D right now. So just give yourself freedom just to do that. You might even fly, hop, skip, whatever feels good, okay? All right, here we go. Kula kula tila kula pu la kula 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 gula ya kula la kula kuka kula kuka kula la kula bala. How is that experience for you? Be honest.
I'm very familiar with sound therapy and with light language. And when you talked about skipping or whatever, I actually did start to fly. And my favorite 2 words are love and light. And so throughout this, what you were doing, I was feeling love and light.
Like as you were starting to cross that bridge, beyond the static, beyond the fear, beyond the chaos, in that whole, feedback, I was feeling it come through me, and I was like, oh, let's move through that. And then as soon as we got through it and you started crossing the bridge, it was really, really cool because I could feel your dragon, like just there being really playful, and it even came through. I mean, that was obviously your dragon channeling through again. It was just so pretty and so playful. And so you've arrived, welcome. Your relationship now, I can feel with your caregiving responsibilities, your relationship with the husband isn't going to be so, it won't be so crazy anymore.
Okay.
There won't be this crazy jealousy that starts to happen because you've really moved into a different plane now, where he's not going to see you as a threat. He's going to see you as the asset that you are. Before it was it's kind of like when you first started to cross the bridge, you were sort of going forward and back and forward and back, and you kind of got stuck between the 2 different planes. That's kind of where the 2 of you guys have been for a while in terms of, can I trust you? Is there anything going on? You seem like you're a good guy, but I'm not so sure, and that's dissipated now. So he's going to see you as the beautiful being that you are, and the relationship that you have with his wife is going to be kind of similar to the relationship that she has with her clients. And he's going to understand that there's something there mentally that the 2 of you can connect on. And while the two of you are connecting mentally, you're also going to be doing your healing stuff with her on the back end, where you're going to be able to caregive without his interference.
Mm. Okay. Wonderful.
Okay. Well, I hope you
Okay.
found this helpful, and thank you very much. It was so fun to play. I loved your dragon. It was awesome. And I'll make a copy of this, and I'm just going to edit out certain parts, obviously, that were a little more private, just to protect the confidentiality between you and your client as well. And just because, that feels like the right thing to do. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you, James. I appreciate the opportunity and the time. Have yourself a great afternoon.
Okay. Thank you.